Greetings, everybody. Welcome to the channel, My Sister's Healer. I am your Katima. You heard me. I am Katima. I am your sister that's here to help heal you and spread all of the knowledge that I have absorbed and that I have experienced over the past few years healing myself. So I'm here to share it all. Y'all, I'm excited to be here. I should have been put this video out. This is my very first video for My Sister's Healer, and I feel like it is just overdue. I'm glad that Spirit has brought us here. I'm glad you have aligned and that you magnetized towards this video so that we can get to know each other. Please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, turn on your post notification bell so that you are notified as soon as I drop a new video because we are going to be getting into the things. Okay? And comment, guys. Ask me questions, make comments on things that I say. Let me know you here. Say hello. What's up? Talk to me because I'm here to talk back to you. Okay? Talk to me, I'll talk back to you. So, as I said before, my name is Katima, and I created My Sister's Healer for women who have polycystic ovary syndrome, also known as PCOS. I have learned, I've studied, I've tried, I've tested, I've experimented, and experienced healing myself from PCOS naturally and holistically. And I'm here to help you guys and spread some of that knowledge as well. So let's get into the intro video, guys. What made me come up with My Sister's Healer is because doctors don't know diddly squat. Literally. Okay, picture it. 2018. I'm a young tenderoni. And I'm out here and I have no cycle, y'all. Ooh, I know we about to get into my business real quick, real soon. It's the first time you getting to meet me and we jumping right on into it. I'm not really a girl for small talk. If we gonna talk, let's talk the talk. So yeah, y'all. 2018. Actually, it was before 2018. I don't know why I threw that out. I think I was thinking about my age. I was 18. It was 2013 when I was first diagnosed with PCOS. But I first experienced symptoms of it when I was 11 years old, guys. Imagine that. So I remember I got my cycle. My first cycle I was 11, and it came on for like the first, I don't know, maybe the first 3 months or so. My cycle came on regularly. And then, like the fourth or fifth month, it never came on. So I'm like, what's going on? And I told my mom, and my mom automatically went to, are you having sex? I'm like, girl, I'm 11. I mean, I ain't judge nobody because I know things happen and, life is life. Life be lifing. I'm not judging anyone, but no, mom, I'm not having sex. I'm 11. Like, I just got my period. I was excited to get my period because I always hung around older women. Everybody else had their period, and it just seemed so exciting to get it. I don't know why I was so excited to get it, but got it for a few months, and then it started coming on irregularly. So my mom scheduled a doctor's appointment. We went to the doctor. The doctor didn't know what the hell was going on. They put me on birth control saying that that was supposed to basically, I guess, manipulate my cycle into coming on at a certain time. Because, birth control, they give you, 3 weeks of hormones and then 1 week of no hormones, which that is supposed to be your week of bleeding and whatnot. So I get put on the birth control. I started taking it. And my periods were, I want to say they still were coming on. They were coming on, but they were still like irregular. Like some months I just wouldn't have a period. It would just skip until eventually it just went off. Like, as in I never had a period again. And I want to say that was because I got on Depo. The first form of birth control that I used were the pills. I started with those, but I didn't really like the pills because they made me emotional, in my opinion. So I took myself off of it. When I turned, well, I guess I was on birth control from the time I was 11 all the way up into 18-ish, I got off. So when I was around 17, I took myself off the pill and I told my doctor that I wanted to try the depot shot because I wasn't taking my pill normally all the time. And she was like, well, maybe that's why it's not doing what it's supposed to do. So she takes me off the pill and she gives me the shot. And if you know, the shot is like every 3 months or something like that. I don't even remember how it goes. I haven't been on birth control in decades, okay? Well, a decade. I'm not that old. And started taking the Depo. Depo completely took away my period. So I never had a period, right? I never got pregnant though. So I was like, okay, when is a win? But then when I turned 18, and God is good that it never happened. But when I turned 18, I was so fascinated in becoming a mother. And I started trying. I had this boyfriend. We were pretty serious too. We moved in together. We're discussing marriage and all that stuff. Way too young, but I couldn't get pregnant at the time. Like for some reason, it just wasn't happening, and we knew it wasn't him because he had a younger child. He had a son who was like 1 or 2 or something like that. Yeah, I think the baby was like 2. So we knew it wasn't him. So I knew it was me. I went to the doctor, the doctors. I went to like 2 doctors or something, like 2 different doctors at 2 different facilities, and they couldn't figure out what was going on. And then I went to this one facility. It's no longer here, but in Tampa, Florida, we had a facility called Exodus, and they were really good. Like everybody used to rave about Exodus for OB and for OBGYN and OB and GYN. So I go to Exodus and I had this little Pakistani lady. I'll never forget her. Gosh, she was so loving. She was so caring, very calming. Came in. She was very informative, gave me some information. She took some tests and I left. I came back to get my test results spread, and that's when she diagnosed me with PCOS. And of course, I didn't know what the hell PCOS was, and she didn't have a cure for it either. So I'm like young. I'm literally 18, 19, and you're diagnosing me with something, and then you're telling me that there's no cure for it, that all I can do is manage it, and I have no period, and I'm trying to plan a family, but I can't get pregnant, probably because I'm not having a period. So we need to figure out what's going on, you know? And that's all I got. Like that's literally all I got, nothing else. And different doctors that I went to after her, like for my regular pap smear and things of such, same thing. There's no cure for it. All you can do is manage it, blah, blah, blah. We can take some tests. They maybe do some transvaginal scans so they can see the cyst. And at the time, I had several different cysts on my ovaries, and it was just a mess. Okay. So over the years, after that, I think for the next 2 or 3 years, I just completely forgot about it and was just like, whatever, started living life. I was young, having fun, going out with little boyfriends and stuff like that. And it wasn't up until I got into another serious relationship where things were starting to get serious and we were discussing having children again that made me really start looking into myself. That relationship did not last. It was good to let go. Should have been let go a long time, but that's okay. Everything happens for a reason. That's why we gain experience in life because it makes us and molds us into the character and the person we are today, right? So, y'all, I get out of that relationship and I told myself, like, I want to heal myself. That was my goal. I said, I'm going to do what I need to do. I'm going to research, I'm going to experiment, I'm going to test on myself and do what I need to do so that I can get a period. That was my goal. I need to get my period back, period. So, started researching, started reading books, started getting on websites, looking stuff up, like watching videos and stuff about other women, reading about what types of foods and what types of exercises to do and stuff like that. So that's where I started. I started with my diet and I started with my exercise. Mind you, when I was 18 years old and I was first diagnosed, my testosterone levels were through the roof. I had absolutely no period and I had several different cysts on both of my ovaries, right? And it was confirmed through the transvaginal scan. Okay, fast forward. Fast forward a lot to about 2000. Okay, so we're in 25 now. Let's say like 2020, no, 2019-ish, 2018, 2019. So now I'm a few years into the game, into the healing journey and doing everything that I've been trying and, just feeling a lot better. My mental has changed. I've been reading different stuff and I'm just in a different headspace. So 2019-ish, I'm putting in the work, I'm doing what needs to be done, and I go and I get my regular pap smear. And my doctor also scheduled me for another transvaginal scan, and I asked for a full panel. I think they call it C panel or something like that, where you basically get your numbers for everything, like your white blood cell count, your iron levels, vitamin D levels, everything, hormone levels, all that. So I told him I wanted to see it because I was curious about my testosterone levels. Y'all, when I tell you, I still have the letter. I'll show y'all on another video because I didn't have it prepared right now. I didn't even think about it. The man gave me information, gave me this letter, this document that basically stated you were misdiagnosed in the past. You do not have polycystic ovary syndrome. And um yeah, you don't have it. So, you know, to the regular person, they'll be like, so y'all misdiagnosed me all these years and blah, blah, blah. And that's what the doctor was sitting there looking. He's scratching his head like, well, I could have sworn like your records say this, but this is saying this now. So yeah, I think you were misdiagnosed. But in the back of my head, I already knew. I've been doing the healing holistically at that. I don't play no games, guys. And I seen a couple of doctors while I was along my holistic journey. And when I told them I was healing myself holistically, they couldn't comprehend. It's like they couldn't wrap their minds around the fact that somebody could heal without Western medicine, without pharmaceuticals. It's wild. First off, you guys don't even offer any kind of pharmaceuticals that could heal me. That's first. Second, the majority of the doctors and physicians that I was seen by, they had no idea what PCOS was. That's first off. Because PCOS, they describe it as polycystic ovary syndrome. Let's break it down. Poly means many, polycystic means cyst, ovary is ovary, syndrome. So many ovaries, many cysts on the ovaries is what they say PCOS is. That is not what it is. PCOS is an imbalancement of the hormones. It's an imbalancement of the endocrine system. And spiritually, it's just an imbalancement overall with your emotions, period. Um, and also through my research, what was interesting enough, oddly enough, many of the women who are diagnosed with PCOS, either they have some type of emotional trauma that they're enduring at the moment, or they have endured some type of like really traumatic emotional experience that threw their hormones out of whack and their endocrine systems out of whack. It also comes from diet. So that's not the only thing. It does come from diet. And I can confirm that because when I was younger, especially in high school, I ate a lot of trash. Like the types of stuff and snacks my mom used to buy for my sibling and I, it was not the healthiest. I can admit that. And I used to gobble it down. I was talking about the little personal size Tony pizzas. I eat that by myself with hot dog, hot dog bread and cheese and mint. Like, listen, the type of stuff that I used to eat, fish sticks, all of that mess. I don't eat any of that mess anymore, y'all. That's harmful for the body, not helpful. So let me get back on topic. At the doctor's office now, he's telling me that I'm misdiagnosed and he wants me to go get another transvaginal scan so that we can see what's going inside there because according to my panel and my hormones levels, everything looks good and I shouldn't have an issue getting pregnant or planning a family, right? Okay. So we go do the transvaginal scan and lo and behold, the majority of those cysts disappeared. And I literally only had 3 cysts left. I believe 2 on one ovary and 1 on the other. Mind you, years before there were several. Testosterone level was through the roof. My testosterone was lowered. It is still a little bit elevated, but it has lowered dramatically. Dramatically. I no longer have all of those cysts on my ovaries. Probably at this moment, I probably don't even have none yet. I need to go get a new transvaginal scan, but I don't like to do all of those scanning with that radiation. I don't like that. But I'm pretty sure it's gone by now. Just feeling better, looking better. I lost so much weight. I went from 212 pounds because that PCOS can put some weight on you. For some people, you can't gain weight, and for some people, you can't stop gaining weight. It put me at 212 pounds. I am now at 155 pounds. I look good. I feel good. Y'all, one of my biggest flex, I will never forget it. It's 2025 now, but I will never forget you, my baby. I have an angel baby. I got pregnant. In 2020, December of 2020, I got pregnant with twins, y'all. That was my biggest flex. And that was I want to say that was around the same time where I finished up the book because I couldn't wait to get my story out so that I could help other women. I got pregnant After all those years of me trying and it never happened and all of that stuff they told me my body was going through, finally it happened. I got pregnant and unfortunately I had a miscarriage. I was stressed. Y'all, I was stressed. Okay. And that's another story for another time. I know y'all gonna want the details. I know y'all gonna want the tea. When we get to know each other, I know somebody gonna be in these comments like, girl, so fill us in on the tea. What happened the first pregnancy? So we'll probably do another video for that by itself so we could talk it up in chat. But yeah, y'all, so it's possible. It's possible to heal from PCOS. It is. From them telling me, yes, you definitely have PCOS, to them saying you were misdiagnosed. You don't, it says you were misdiagnosed because you don't have the symptoms that qualify you to be considered a PCOS candidate. I swear to God, that's exactly what it said. Holistic is the route. Natural is the route. Using herbs, using your mindsets, detoxing out your environments, doing some good exercising, breathing, meditation, visualization, and imagining, having a positive mindset, all are going to constitute of the ways of how you will heal yourself from polycystic ovary syndrome completely. And to be honest with you, share my videos. Ladies, men, if you're watching to get more informed about this, please share my videos with somebody who's in need of it, because each one teach one. And sometimes you never know. You never know what some person is looking for, and then you can kind of guide them in that direction, just randomly sending them a video, and that may be just exactly what they're looking for. Or it could be just one thing that I said in the video, which is exactly what they needed. That's how energy works. That's how spirit works. That's how alignment works. And that's how we align with each other today. So, yes, guys. Um, so over my experience and my healing journey, which has been a total of, let's see, I started the journey like 2019, 2018. I'm gonna say 2018. So I've been on this journey for 5, 6, 7, 8 years now. And over the 8 years, I have learned many things. There's lots of things that I tried in the beginning that I still continue doing now, and some things that I had to stop because once I gained more knowledge and conscious about what I was doing to my body, I had to stop. And during the process, I recorded everything I did. I recorded it all, dates, timestamps, what I took, what I ate, what I did, what I read, how I felt. I journaled it out. And in doing so, I was able to complete my sister's healer. And My Sister's Healer is available on Amazon for purchase. I have it in 2 different formats. We have the actual paperback book, and we also have it in the Kindle version if you prefer to have that as a PDF format. It is there for you. The book will go over in detail a lot of the topics that we'll be discussing on these videos. Like, yes, when we're discussing, we get to chat, we get to talk, we'll get into details about some things, but it won't be as thorough as the book. You won't get every single thing that's in a book, and you won't have something as small and compact like this where you could take with you anywhere in case you just need some kind of reading material. Or if you want to, make a checklist and make sure you stand on top of everything and going through the chapters and making sure you do everything in there, you want to take it along with you, make sure y'all purchase that book. Or if you're more of a technology type person and you prefer the online format, be sure that you order your ebook online through Amazon. Just type in My Sister's Healer. Sister is spelled like cyst, CYSTER' and then healer, HEALER by Katima White. Of course, I'll link it at the bottom of this video in the description. And I'll also have the spelling there so you know how to put it into Amazon. And you know what else? I'll see about giving y'all a little coupon code for my YouTubers. Only for y'all though. I'll only put the coupon code through YouTube. So you'll have to watch the video in order for you to get that extra percentage off, because everybody keeps a little extra money in their pockets, period. Okay? So y'all, it's easy reading. It is a book. I did write it in layman's terms so anybody, everybody, an idiot can understand this book. It has 8 chapters, I believe. No, 12 chapters in the book. And it goes over things like what PCOS is, lifestyle change, different foods, drinks, and herbs, what to detox out of your life, what type of exercises, what type of mindset, how to develop that mindset, spirituality, routine, tips, recipes, all types of goodies in this one little book here. So be sure that you guys reserve your copy of My Sister's Healing. So again, thank you for visiting My Sister's Healer. Thank you for making it all the way to the end of this video, our first video, our intro video. I'm very happy and pleased to meet you and to align with you. And I look forward to learning from you, learning with you, and growing in this process together as we heal ourselves holistically from PCOS. As I said before, be sure to share this video with another sister. It doesn't have to be a woman who has PCOS. It can just be someone who's dealing with any kind of reproduction condition, period. She will find healing at My Sister's Healer. Trust me. So, until we meet again, ciao.